Hello, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Yeah. So today we're gonna work on some minor characters. Sinking into the high tide water, which is something I need to address shortly, which I will. But this is Ramón. Ramón is gonna give us a quest relating to seashells. So, I guess we can wade out to where he is in this incredibly deep water. I'll have to raise the land level in this section. But anyway, here's Ramón. He's got a surfboard. 2 surfboards, actually. And over here, we have the new clams. So, let's just show them off. They are probably too detailed, to be honest, for how big they are, but there you go. They've got all the little grooves detailed in there. I modeled them out there, and then I baked that into a normal map. And that's what you're seeing there. So, that's what we did last week. So let's pick up one of these, and then we're going to talk to Ramón. So Ramón is going to have a quest related to seashells. He has a little bit of dialogue in there that that relates to it, but we're going to need to actually make that quest work today. So, actually, I've never talked to somebody while I'm in the water. I don't know what happens. Oh, I just go into standing pose. Oh, I didn't see you there. Isn't this a pretty island? Nice views and lots of beautiful seashells. Seems like somewhere out of Dr. Tower. Okay. So, we can ask him about seashells. And he's going to say, this island is home to several unique seashells. I'm trying to collect them, actually. If you find some, maybe I will trade you something for them. And then that's it. You can't... There's no actual... quest that you can do. He just hints at it, but it's not actually available. So in a second, we're gonna go into Angel Script, and we're gonna start writing up that quest. It's actually not too hard to do. Always we have a soda. Today it's Ting. This is a Jamaican grapefruit flavored soda. I've had it before, like a long time ago. It's pretty common in Toronto. Let's see. Hey, Sarah, what's up? Yeah, it's really good, actually. Sorry I'm late. I had to buy a pot. Okay, nice. It's very useful to have pots to cook with. That's a good soda, actually. That's really good. Nice. Not too sweet. Okay, so, yeah, we're gonna do the seashell quest. So Ramón is there staring off into space. But we're going to click buy. We're going to get back into our water. We're going to have to fix this peninsula bit here, too, as well, to make it higher. Because it should be coming... He shouldn't be floating in the water here. So let's go ahead and quit. Now, I'm going to turn on some music. 1 second. Alright. No, planting a pot for my grapevine. Oh, you got a grapevine. Very nice. Yeah, it's not something I've tried to grow. Here, when people try to grow grapes, raccoons always absolutely annihilate them. So, I've been sort of scared off the concept, but, cool. Grapevines. Hopefully you get some grapes. Alright, so, what was I gonna do? So, let's just turn down that music a little bit. It's distracting me. So, we're going to go into the script here. So, this is the script for Ramón. And we're gonna give him some quest data. So, in order to create a quest in the engine, we need to create a class which is going to store the data for the quest. So it's got to be a shared class, actually, for reasons that are probably not worth explaining. Anyway. So it's going to be called Seashell Quest. And obviously there's going to be some data in the quest. So there's going to be started. There's going to be a flag. Actually, I'm wondering if we want to make this an enum. One second. How do we do enums again in AngelScript? Okay. Enum Ramón. So we're gonna call this quest states. And it's gonna have none, started, and finished. Okay, so we're gonna have quest states, status, I guess this enum should probably be used for other quests, but I can refactor that later. Okay, so then we're gonna have we're gonna make it so that right now there's 2 seashells. So when you give him 2 seashells, it's gonna complete the quest, and it's gonna give you a actually, you know what? I probably shouldn't have the completed. Yeah, okay, so I just won't set completed. But yeah, so then when we get 2 different kinds of seashells, he's gonna give you a stamina upgrade, let's say. So, clamshell acquired equals false. Oh yeah, we need to set status to none. Or I guess the status should be called not started. So, and then the other shell, which is a conch shell. So either we're gonna have 2 shells, the clamshell and the conch shell, and you need to acquire both to get the stamina upgrade. And then we're gonna also have a int num shells collected or acquired. Okay, so now we need to do a seashell quest. If I can remember the AngelScript syntax. Okay, seashell quest equal quest data equals cast seashell quest, and then register quest data. This is going to create a savable block of memory that is going to store all the information we have for our quest. So that's, and then that's going to get written out into your save file so that the game knows where you are in the quest. And then I'm going to call that Ramón Shell Quest. And then we're going to construct a seashell quest. And then that should be it, I think. And now we should just be able to... we should now just be able to reference quest data. But actually, I'm gonna. I'm gonna change this slightly. I'm gonna add a. I'm gonna make it so that it's not initialized until we actually talk to Ramón. So we're gonna seashell quest. So we're gonna get shell quest data, and then that's gonna return. Okay, so then, so at the beginning of this talk, we can do if quest data is null, we set quest data to get shell quest data. Okay, so that's going to initialize it the first time that we talk to Ramón. I just wanted to do that just so that we didn't like save. When we talk to Ramón and we ask about the seashells, so option 4, that's gonna set status to started. Ramón state. I can't remember. In AngelScript, do namespaces affect? Yeah, they do. Okay. Then, okay, so quest status is started. Okay, cool. And then so now, when we set the dialogue options, we can have an if quest status is started, we can now add some other dialogue options. So, but before we do that, I actually need to check some stuff, so I'm going to run the game. We need to find out what the item names of the different kinds of shells are. So first of all, let's make sure that our script actually works. So let's talk to Ramón. Okay. So Ramón, what's up? So let's go into our Windows data inspector. So as you can see, there's no blocks in here yet. But when we talk to Ramón, Quaystats is not a data type in the global namespace. Okay, there's a issue. We need to fix the. We need to fix something. What did we do? Oh, we need to do Ramón. Yeah, my bad. So it's in Ramón's namespace. That's the problem. So now, if we talk to him, no matching symbol not started. Okay, it's also in Ramón's namespace. Okay. Error can't implicitly. That's 23. Oh, that's okay. Null pointer access. Great. In 37. How is that a null pointer? 1 second. And try that again. All right. So, if our script is going to work this time, it never works on the first time. If I try something on stream, it has to fail the first time I try it. That's just the way it goes. Okay, but I'm assigning. Oh, I see. Ugh. Angel script needs that little symbol there. That no? Oh, okay, because it did compile. I need to reload. Okay, there we go. So seashells, I ask it the seashells. Okay, now if we go to the data inspector, we can see that we now have Ramon's seashell quest, and that the status is 1, which means we started the quest because that's the enum value for that. So, oh shit! I forgot to check the names of the seashells. So one is just called clam, and I think the other one is just called seashell. Okay, yeah. So now, we can. So the player. We can take the player. Let's see. If player dot okay, actually we got to get its character component. Vinny had an example of how we do this. Yeah. Okay, so let's do auto ch equals get character component. And now we can do ch that has item. So if we have the item clam, we can now add the option. And all of this should actually be localized, but we'll fix the localization afterwards. Right now, we'll just do English. So, if we have a clam, and let's give it, say it's option 5. I'm going to say, take a clam. And if we have the option seashell, so if our inventory basically contains these items, is what it's checking, we can say, take a seashell. Probably have to change the names because now that we have more than one type of seashell, it's it should be called. Anyway, so we'll make that option 6. So now we can add some cases here. So case option case 5. So this is the case of having a clam, and then that's going to set clamshell acquired to true. So quest data.clamshell acquired equals true. And we'll give him. Oh, and we have to. Here's what we'll say. So if clamshell acquired, if we've already acquired the clamshell, we're gonna say Thanks, but I've already got one. Thanks, but I've already got one. Otherwise, we're going to set, and then we're going to say, amazing, just what I've been looking for. I think we probably need some music here. Amazing, just what I've been looking for. Okay, and that's, and then we also need to remove. One second. There's some kind of function for destroying something from inventory, if I can remember. So script. One second. So does collecting an item... So add item to collection. Okay, so it turns out that we don't actually have... We don't actually seem to have functions for this. Let me double check to see if... Oh, there is. Pierre has something, I think. For the, pistol. Okay. So I think the best we can do is so we got drop inventory item. Okay, so we need to have a function that... That's kind of annoying. So we have a drop inventory item, but we don't have a find. Okay, so that's easy. We're gonna call this find inventory item. We're gonna create a new function that okay. So find inventory item. and it's going to return an entity. It's going to return an entity, so here we go. If auto it equals that, and the iterator does not equal inventory.end, we're going to return iterator dot entity ID, but we need to actually construct an entity with that, so self dot get world. Cool. Actually, let's just factor something out here. Auto world equals, just so that we don't have to keep calling that over and over again. And then we do the same thing for the weapon slots. And we're missing a semicolon. All right, so now we have our definition here. So we should now be able to register that to the scripting language. And then this mildly complicated method of finding. Okay, so we're just going to copy the definition for a has item. 1 second. Let's fix our syntax highlighting here for a second. Make this find item. Oh yeah, and actually we need one more. We have to return an empty entity if we don't find anything. And that should cover it. Okay. So find inventory item. That should work. So actually, let's just call this find item. So now, in the script, we should be able to call in Ramón here. So we need to get our character component. So character to find item clam. So auto ent equals. Actually, we can just make that. We can just put that in here. So. And then we need to drop it in a position, but we don't care about the position because we're going to immediately delete that. We're going to immediately delete the item as soon as we construct it. So I think that's fine. So then we have, so this is the item that actually gets dropped. Actually, we can just do dot mark for removal. Mark for removal. Okay, so that's gonna drop the item and then immediately remove it. Or here's what we're gonna do. Actually, we're not gonna remove the item. We're going to have Ramon collect it. So this is gonna be called player ch. And we're gonna have Ramon. Not Roman, Ramon. So get entity is gonna call that's gonna be the current entity that we're on, which is Ramon. Okay. And so we're gonna have Ramon dot collect item. And we're gonna collect 1. So that's a somewhat, I'm just gonna pull this out because we're gonna call it again in just a second. Okay. So it's gonna find the clam, gonna drop it, and then we're gonna collect it or the character itself is gonna, okay, so now 6, and that's gonna be the same for now, except the only difference is that's gonna be called seashell. Okay. So now, call him Ramon and add bowling to the call him Roman and add bowling to the island. I think I'm missing the reference here. Who's Roman? But we could have bowling. Oh shit! Yeah, you're right. You're right. All right. I didn't play all that much GTA 4, but yeah, I'm sure plenty of people will get the reference. All right. So let's go back to Ramon. Hopefully his script compiles. All right. Okay. No? No matching. Oh. I see. I mistyped the... That's an entity, not a bool. Also, this needs to call the right function. My bad. All right, so if we now go back, okay, cool. So he compiles. So So seashells. Okay, I don't have any seashells, so I don't get the options. But now, if I go over here, there are some convenient clams hiding right under the water here. So let's pick up our clams. Let's just double check that we have 3 clams. Alright. Take a clam. Amazing. Just what I've... Oh! And we crashed. Why did we crash? Find item in collection. So we're looking... Uh-oh. Somehow this name is corrupted. That's no good. Oh. 1 second? This is a string. So how's item fun? Oh. Oh yeah? So the find item func. It takes the string and the character. Let's try that. No. Force that to recompile. Yeah. All right, let's get back to where Roman is. Sorry, I called him Roman again. Oh, it's in my head now. Now he's Roman. Ramón. All right. All right, so let's get our clams. Let's talk to Ramón. All right, what's up? Seashells. Okay, take a clam. Amazing, just what I'm looking for. Cool. Now let's check the data inspector. And clamshell has been acquired, which is good. Men really do constantly think about the Roman Empire. I swear I don't think that much about the Roman Empire. I think way more about the 17th century, actually, because that's the period that I'm covering. But yeah. Alright, cool. So... Alright, bye. Now, let's find the other kind of shell. Let's just spawn one, so that we don't have to look for it. Okay, so we got this seashell here. That much, yeah. Alright, so I got my seashell. So I can now talk to him. So if I take a clam, we already gave him a clam. Thanks, but I've already got one. Okay, cool. And if we say take a seashell... Wait. Oh, okay. The script is miswritten. It says clamshell acquired twice. So this needs to be conch. Yeah. So now I can say bye. I can reload his script. Hopefully. Yeah. Reload. There's a hot reloading. This is the advantages of hot reloading. All right. So take a seashell. Amazing. Just what I've been looking for. And if... Okay, but now my option goes... Oh, because I don't have one in my inventory anymore. Okay, bye. Because he took it. Okay, so now... If I go to the data inspector, we can find that... Oh, we forgot to increment number of shells acquired. So, we'll increment the number of shells, and then... dot num shells acquired plus plus. Okay. And, now, after this, in this loop here, we can say if... Actually, let's make a function here. So let's do void... It actually needs to... One second. I need to copy what I did for... Okay, so it takes the dialogue as a parameter. And what it's going to be... This function is going to be... update shell count. Or increment. Yeah, update... Increment... Shell. Let's just call this shell quest update. Actually, that's... And it's gonna check if the... Oh, and it needs to take... It needs to take a seashell quest. As well. So if quest dot num shells is greater than 2, and this is only going to be called after it's incremented. We are going to... I'm just going to copy this, because I think for Yusuf, we also do the stamina upgrade. So I'm just going to copy the stamina upgrade thing from Yusuf. Okay. So this is gonna say, oh, we need to also take the player as a... So we're gonna say, thank you for, okay. Let's say here's the stamina upgrade. Since you've given me 2 different kinds of shells, you've given me 2 different kinds of shells. Here's what I promised. Here's a reward as promised. Okay, cool. And then applies the stamina upgrade. Great. So now we just need to call shell quest update here. Quest data. Choices. And player CH. And call that here too. And now, also I'm going to change his seashell dialogue. So I also need to change this to like, this also needs to not happen if it's already started. So let's just fix that. But anyway, so if you get me, if you bring me 2 different kinds of seashells, shells. New line there. I will give you something nice. Hola. Hey, Mom. Thanks for tuning into the stream. If you bring 2 different kinds of seashells, I will give you something nice. Cool. That works out. And then since you've given me 2 different kinds, okay, so I'm gonna now say, here's a word as you promised. Have a stamina upgrade. Okay, so now let's try that. That should be the entire quest, hopefully. So if we run the game, let's turn off this silly music. All right. Oh, there's no music in Ramon's area. I feel like he should have the beach music. So let's quickly add some music here. Music. Let's call this Ramón music. Component. Sound trigger, component transform, put it here. Let's give it a 5, 6. Okay, cool. Make it a little bigger than that. 20. That's good. 22, 23. Cool, that'll be good for now, and then we'll give it a the actual sound. And yeah, let's use the sounds from here. Beach music. Oh, that shouldn't be a prefab. Let's save the game. Okay, now I got beach music. Okay, so now, did I say that? Yeah, I say that. So now if we talk to Ramón, didn't see it there, blah, blah, blah. Seashells. Yes, Alan, some seashells, try to collect them, bring me 2 different, okay, cool. So, go over here. I need to increase the size of that Ramón music. 40, 42, 43, let's say. Okay, cool. All right. So we got our things. Wait, anything? Okay. Oh, I think I didn't actually flag it as music. But we'll have to fix that later. Alright. So, take a clam. Amazing. Okay, so now we've got the clams. We got 2 clams left. I'm going to go over to here, where we have another seashell. We should be able to find one over here. And then that should complete the quest, and we'll get a stamina upgrade. Alright. Gotta do our, everybody's favorite rolling technique. Alright, here we go. What's that? It looks like a seashell. Oh! Uh-oh. I'm just gonna ignore that. There's a bug somewhere, but it's... You can see it caused a GL error, but we're still rolling along, and we'll fix that later, because we're not debugging graphics issues on stream right now. That's not happening. Alright, so let's get back to Ramón, now that we have the other kind of seashell. And we should be able to finish this quest. Of course, I could add more seashells so that he can give you more things, which I probably will, because just 2 is not very interest to him. I picked up too many seashells? Well, I got 2, yeah. Alright. Tide is coming up. He's gonna be underwater soon. Sorry, let's just move that so we can see what time of day it is. So the tide is lowest around noonish, and then it's highest late in the day. So, hello. All right, take a seashell. Amazing. Since you're given 2 different kinds of shells, here's a reward as promised. Have a stamina upgrade. There we go. As you can see, my stamina is now upgraded. Although it would be nice if I could get like the thing saying you got a thing. Actually, let's see if we can get that. If we can get that. 1 second, I'm gonna fix the Ramón music real quick, and then I'll see if I can get a pop-up. Because I think it's always good to give the player like a little bit of fanfare when they get something. So, what do we got? What do we got? We got, I was going to fix the music. Ramón music. Ramón music. Need to make the sound music and looping. And then, oh, not a prefab, not a prefab. Save that. And now I believe we can, okay. So, Pierre has a thing with a pop-up for the pistols. Okay, so we get show item pop-up. Okay, and actually we have a... We need to create... Okay, so we need an entity... So we need to go into our prefabs and find a... Because I believe I created a... stamina boost. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. So it's called stamina boost. So we need to spawn a prefab. Okay, do we ever spawn a prefab? Can we spawn a prefab from a script? We can, okay. So, We're going to spawn prefab. Stamina boost. .json. I believe that should do it. And then it's going to... we don't care where it spawns because it's going to be picked up immediately. So vec3 and quad. The Angel script doesn't support brace initialization. So, and I think we can remove that because I think applying the stamina upgrade automatically is going to automatically, like picking up the stamina upgrade is automatically going to apply it. Okay, so where do we have? So here we show item pop-up. Oh, actually, it's literally the same thing. Okay. We actually need to collect the item. So auto E. And then player dot collect item. E, and then we're going to collect one of them. So now if I do this, we should get the item pop up to say that we, okay, and I can get rid of this line here. I think it should be obvious that, yeah, it should be obvious that that's the reward we got. So. So just so I can speed this up again, I'm gonna spawn some clams right in front of me. Clam and a shell. Okay, so these are the two items I need. And now... Oh shit, yeah, this... Oh. I have to... I'll fix that assert later. God damn it. Yeah. I just need to ignore it. Actually, one way we can fix that, I'm going to go into release mode where asserts are off, so it just won't happen. Even though there's a GL error. It's technically, yeah. It's technically a bug, but like... Nobody's actually going to notice it in real life, but it's worth fixing because I'm technically using the API incorrectly. But let's get back to it. All right, compiling. Oh, this is in release mode, so it's going to take a little bit longer, but it's okay. That's what you do as a C++ dev. You're used to waiting around for things to compile. It gives you time to think, you know. And I love C++. All right. So let's go back here. Spawn our shell and our clam. Okay. Now, pick them up. Nope. What do you... My keyboard broke for a second. Alright, so, talk to you. Pretty island, blah, 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 seashells, start the quest. Turn two different kinds of seashells, I'll give you something nice. Okay, take a clam. Amazing, just what I was looking for, and take a seashell. Amazing, just what, since you've given me two different kinds of seashells, here's the reward as promised. Nice. We got the thing, but we didn't get the audio cue. I'll have to figure that. Oh, I think the audio cue might only happen with chests. I'll have to double check that. But yeah, for some reason I didn't get the audio cue, even though I should. It's okay. Okay. Well, that's the quest. Now there's some things I would like to fix. I would like to fix the terrain so that, because it's not working properly at the different times of day. So to later, so that yeah, that's okay. So now, oh, whoopsies. Okay, that's high tide roughly. So now I can take my terrain, increase the brush size, and increase the strength. And that's gonna, I'm gonna change this to change the brush thing to quadratic. No, I'm gonna change it to step. And then we're gonna have to smooth it out, but this is just because it's going fully underwater and we don't want that. It's too much strength. We need lower strength. So we're gonna smooth that out. That way, Ramón will be above water. So now, I think we can just go to our terrain and we're gonna save the height map, and then quit. Now he should be a bit higher up. We'll see. I think it'll be fine. Or was there only one surfboard? 1 second. No. Was this not called a surfboard? What's that one called? It's just called Entity 1058. Interesting. Anyway, we're going to pull that out, and we're going to smooth this out so that it's a more gradual drop. Okay, so terrain. We're going to add some. Yeah. Increase the size. And then we're going to smooth it. So that it just kind of gradually goes into the water. It doesn't stick out quite so ridiculously. Yeah, this seems kind of odd how it sticks out like that. It should be more gradual. Reduce the strength, increase the size. All right. Save. Yeah. You just need to, yeah, say that, so that everything's actually making contact with the ground. He needs to move upward a bit. Surfboard needs to move upward. Save that, and then I'm gonna check the, just go back to time of day. Let's adjust it so that we can see the full sweep of the tide. Tide is rising, tide is rising, tide is rising. How high does it go? He's still underwater. This... Okay, we need to add more still. I'm just going to put this up here with him. Okay, terrain. Add. Whoopsies. Flatten. Okay. Okay, back to time of day. Actually, let's just see what it... Oops. How high does it go? How high does it go? And is he safe? Is he safe? He's just barely safe. But that'll be fine. But we do need to smooth this out. I'm going to change the time of day back to the normal amount. Go to the terrain. And smooth. All right, save. And I think that should be good. All right. So you should be high and dry even into the late hours of nighttime. And then we could go over here and find our clams, which are in the water. Cool. Okay. Cool. Let's exit here. Now, let's get back into. So we're done our quest. That seems to have worked. Oh, I guess we could see if we can get the sound to play when we get the item, because it's supposed to go like a sound when you get the stamina boost. But it's not playing. It only plays when you pick it up from a chest, it looks like. So I'm gonna see what happens here. So where did I do that? That's probably in Game World. GameWorld.cpp. Do we have chest? We got a chest somewhere. Okay. So it's literally... It's this. So I'm actually going to move this into the show item pop-up function here. So that... Because this, I believe the show item pop-up is called from... yeah. So that's in here. So this is actually, yeah, show item pop. Okay, so we're gonna have to do If that has a currency, it's going to make the coin sound. And if it has the stamina, oh. Okay, I'm actually not sure what's going on here, but we'll have to fix. I see. We'll figure that out later. 1 second, because I believe it might actually not be applying our stamina upgrade correctly, but we'll find out. This will be else, and we can get rid of that. So we're just playing the exhale sound. Okay, new ID. Dot. It's gonna be has. Okay, so now if I do that, too bad we're out of the soda. I actually really liked it. We should play the sound, but there might be a bug where we're not actually getting the stamina upgrade. We will see. We shall see. Because the problem might actually be the collect item function. So, let's get our clam and our shell. Pick these up. Talk to him. Seashells. Take a clam. Take a seashell. Okay, we got the sound, but incorrectly. I need to fix something. So, show it and pop it. It's in the chest. What I actually need to do is put the stamina upgrade in collect item. Wait. No, shit. Okay, so let's go back here. Modified. I accidentally deleted it. So. We need to actually apply this. Uh-oh. I didn't mean to stage you. Unstage. Okay. So apply the stamina upgrade, but it needs to happen inside the show. It needs to happen inside collect item, I believe. Okay, so this is now going to be if so it's if it's a stamina upgrade, we need to apply the stamina upgrade, and then we're going to return. And we're not going to modify we're not actually going to put it into our inventory. We're just going to collect it and use it immediately. Since we obj, and then we can probably get rid of all this crap here. And just make that. All right, let's see if our stamina modifier chest still works properly and doesn't do anything weird. empty entity here. Oh, it needs to return. Yeah. Okay, here we can return the OBJ because we actually didn't consume it. Yeah. I think that should work. I think that should work. That should be fine. Okay, so let's check if our chest still works here after we made that change. Where's our... Okay, we're deep inside the tunnel here. Okay, we want to go over here. Ooh, under the waterfall. Go under the waterfall. Into our cave. Okay, we didn't stamina multiplier. Why didn't we do that? Okay. I need to do some debugging. Put a thing here. We're gonna go into debug. Oh, that's why. Okay. Because we want... That wants to be self. Uh-oh. Well, here's what we can do. We can do, entity dot get dot from component this and obj dot get world. Okay, I believe that's gonna fix the issue. Because the problem is we needed a reference to the original character entity in order for that to work. Yeah, okay. And then this way we can actually find out if the stamina upgrades are stacking properly. So all right, so now we need audio. Okay. Open up my chest. Get stamina upgrade. Increase my stamina by 25%. And we see it's 1.25x now. Alright. Now we're gonna... Uh-oh. We're gonna go over to Ramón. Uh-oh. Leviathan, get the fuck out of there. Ramón, what's up? Let's do the seashell quest real quick. Using my hacks, because I'm a cheater. Alright. We got our clamps. Didn't see you there. This is pretty nice views. Alright. Seashells. Alright. Take a clam. Take a seashell. Here's a word. Alright. Bye. Yeah, now I have 1.5x stamina. Look how fast I can run. Or, I guess I can't run any faster, but I can run further. Look how big that bar is. Because I got 2 stamina upgrades. I'm probably going to remove the stamina upgrade that Yusuf gives you now that there are other ways to get stamina upgrades. That was mostly just a test. You should have to work for your stamina upgrade. Oh, these guys, what are these guys up to? Alright, what am I going to do with all my stamina? what's over here? So we've actually completed, we've implemented an entire quest. That's actually, surprised I got that done today. This is just the area here where we have the little arch and we have some stuff. I wanted to, like, kind of build a new area over here with, like, cliffs. I thought it would be really cool if you had, like, waves hitting this giant thing and have, like, the Sorcerer's Tower up there. It would look pretty ominous. Oopsies. But, there's no actual waves in A Short Odyssey. The water is always flowing at a, you know, it's flowing at a steady but calm rate, with no waves, and that's partially because the water is literally just a flat plane. So all the perturbations that you see here are literally just a normal map. I mean, they're a normal map, and then the normal map does like refraction and it like it warps the refractions and. All right. This is not steep enough. I would like this to be steeper, so I'm gonna go into terrain. Because I want the water to get, like, real deep right here. It's yeah. And we're gonna just cut away some of that. Actually, texture paint. We should add more of that. All right. Yeah. Let's get some. There's no music in this area. I feel like. Do we have a sorcerer's theme? Theme music. Okay, it's a wasteland music. Let's duplicate that one. Let's put it there. Just wanted to get some music in there. Let's get back to the terrain. And then there should be some big rocks and shit. I guess we're gonna have to paint them in. Yeah, we can make rocks by just doing that and then adding and then flatten the top. Add, and then let's do step. Yeah. Classic. Okay, that's too much. This reminds me of, like, using the step tool is like how the landscapes work in Asian mythology. If you've ever done map editing in there, this is a fun game. Had a real cool map editor. Because the previous game, Age of Empires, was fully two-dimensional. But it was like... I guess like the Age of Mythology map editor might have been like the first like 3D graphics program I ever used. the first 3D modeler, even though it's not really one of those. But yeah. Let's fix our rebuild occluders. Smooth that out. What? And then we can add some rocks around there. I keep picking that rock. That's not the one I want. That guy will do. Oh, actually, this area right here. So let's get back to that. Let's flatten that. And then I'm gonna just chill in there. Yeah. I don't know how he climbed all the way up there. I guess he went there at high tide. Cool. Cool. Alright, I'm gonna quit out of edit mode here. And then I'm gonna do some game playing. Aw, seal. Yeah, let's there was I had heard that you could paddle seals in this game, but I never got it to work. So maybe let's try to see if we can get that to work. I heard that it might break shit too, so let's give ourselves a paddle. Let's find the seals. And let's see if we can get on one. And does he have to be in the water? Okay, let's give him partial. There we go. Okay. Can we get on top of him and then use our seal paddling? Oh, we're on. We're on. Okay, but it fell off immediately. Yeah, this was a playtester who discovered that you could ride seals, which was not a thing that I actually programmed into the game. I mean, I have a feeling I should actually... Yeah, it's like, it's emergent gameplay, exactly, but it kind of sucks. Because it doesn't work consistently. So I was like, I should make that be an actual gameplay element that you could. But there are like elements that that I guess could be emergent. like using the cannon as a motor for the boat. Also, like, it was discovered that you could... There were a lot of bugs with the cannon. It's a lot better now after I fixed a bunch of shit with it, but the cannon was absolutely borked before. Like, there was so many bugs and exploits. Can you imagine how awesome it would be riding if you went to fight Leviathan while riding a seal and paddling for the speed boost? It would be sick. It would go pretty hard, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, alright, okay. I don't know how he got stuck on the seal so hard. It's possible that I've made it... Okay. Yeah, oh wow, you can actually go pretty fast. Alright, that's not gonna work. But... I forgot. Can we paddle the cannon? Can we paddle the cannon? Alright, let's get cannon into the water. Oh, no, because it... Oh, wait. Oh. Okay. I love how seals act like inflatable pool toys. Okay. Wait, if we press E, it does fire the cannon. Oh god, we have an excellent friggin' vehicle now. Unfortunately, I can't... oh, well, okay, so it aims... Okay, it needs to... Yeah. So, let's get back to the seals for a second, because, Sarah said something about the inflatable pool toys. They do kind of act like inflatable pool toys. Like, I think that the buoyancy for them, let's get them... It's a little bit fucked. Like, cause... Yeah, I added a new type of thing, a new type of component called a buoyancy adjustment, but a buoyancy compensator or something like that. Let's find out what it's called. Add component, buoyancy corrector. But I don't actually know if I set the weight correct. 100 kilos. Which, I don't know. Let's find out. What is the weight of a Caribbean monk seal? Can we... Alright, Caribbean monk seal. They're all extinct, so we may not know how heavy they are. Oh! 16 to 18 kilograms? That doesn't seem... Oh, no, that's a newborn pup. So how big is... Holy shit, they're heavy. 270. So if it's 170 to 270, I'm gonna just average that out. 170 plus 270 times 0.5 is... I'm gonna say they're 220 kilos. So let me... Because I messed up shit. I'm gonna have to restart the thing. I'm gonna fix the seal buoyancy because it's kind of whack. Okay. So if the entire mass of the seal is 220 kilos, right? Let's change that to 220. Save prefab. And let's see how they float. Do they float at all? They look like they might not be. And let's calculate the correction factor. It's going to basically calculate the volume of the mesh and then do some math to figure out how much it needs to adjust the buoyancy by. So let's do that. Oh, it made it less buoyant. Okay, so... How is it that they float? if they're... Maybe I didn't make the monk seal big enough? Should the monk seal be even bigger than this? That's interesting. That's interesting. All right, how long are they? Monk seal. 2.4 meters. All right, let's go into... I have a feeling this guy's not actually 2.4 meters, so... Let's go into our source models. Seal. The monk shields should be big enough to eat Leviathan. I don't know if they can be that big, but... Wait, is it seal or seal 2? When was this? 7. Oh. Seal 2? Did I accidentally make 2 of them? We're gonna find out. So this is seal. Seal 2. Oh. What? They're the same. Did I just accidentally... Why do I have 2? Okay, so this is 994 polygons, and this one is... $982. So it looks like we're going with seal 2. Because I probably... That's probably the one I made later. Yeah, alright, so... It is 2.75 meters. Although... But it's still sinking. I mean, I can always just manually adjust the buoyancy correction value. So I can make that 1.5. You know, cry about it. There we go. Save prefab. He's more buoyant because he's also got, I don't know, he's inhaled air. I mean, there's some silliness. It still behaves silly, which I think is probably good. We want it to be a little bit silly. But actually, you know what? Now that we've done this... So save the prefab here. I bet you he's easier to ride now. Because he probably doesn't, like, tip over as easily. So I might have actually made it better to ride the seal. Come on. Maybe if I put him closer to shore here. Okay, almost had it. Okay, here we go. Ooh. Oh. So, I think part of what's happening is he's flopping around because he doesn't have any floaters in his arms. So, here's what I need to do. I need to add a, so let's go into our collision shape here. Because he shouldn't be, like, going side, like, rotating that much. And that's because, yeah. So, collision shape. So we need to add a, I'm going to use a box collider for now. We're going to adjust the size of it. And it should fix things a little bit, actually. Okay. Save the shape. And we're gonna have to, let's recalculate the, okay, let's go back to 1.5. Okay, is he still flopping around? Oh, he's spinning. But does he flop? Not as much, I think. Oh, okay. We had it more stable for a second. Alright. I don't know if that's gonna work. But it is better. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. Make 2 of them instead of 1. And they're going to be on alternate sides. I think. So now if I duplicate that. And then set the X coordinate here to minus. That'll put it on the other side. Can save that. Save prefab. He's tipping too much. Oh, it's because I'm now adding a weight to the top of him that's pulling, like it's misbalancing it. Like it's like if I put this on top of my hand, like it's falling to one side or the other, right? Alright. It's just physics. It's just the way physics works, but I mean, yeah. Oh, well now he's actually tipping backwards instead of, alright. Here's what we can do. So there's too much, I think there's not enough mass in his head. So this is quite a complex collision shape, but it's okay. We need to duplicate that and move it to where his head is, which is above the water. Okay. And adjust the radius a little bit. And now, save. So it should be more balanced now, I think, hopefully. Okay. Okay, but why is it... Why is the buoyancy happening there? Oh. Is that off axis? Should be 0. Yeah. Alright. Why is he tipping back so much, even though I added more mass to the front? Oh, if I increase the buoyancy, what happens? Might get twice as buoyant. Oh, okay, actually, I think the head thing might be doing the opposite of what we want. Because it's an approximation of physics, you know, it's not reality. Make that 1.5 again. Why is it tilted back this way again? Oh, I see. It's not that there's too much weight in the front, there's not enough buoyancy in the back. So, let's increase the buoyancy in the back by increasing the size of this tail piece here. Save. There we go. There we go. He's more tilted forward. So, save prefab. If we get on, maybe... Okay, we're too far away from shore. It's too hard to get on, but let's move this guy over here. Let's get on him. And hopefully, we should be able to... Yo, okay, so close, so close. Yeah, oh, we launched. What if I ride him backwards? What's the deal there? Maybe forwards is not the... Ah. Yeah, okay, we got a little bit further, but... Okay, maybe he's got too much buoyancy. Let's reduce the buoyancy by a little bit. All right. Nope. I mean, it's not a boat. It never was. But can we ride it? A little bit. Maybe. I don't know if messing with the seals got us anywhere today, but, oh, this is kind of interesting, actually. Now we can see the effect of the tide. Because when we started doing this, we were actually standing on the, like, right at the edge of the water, but the tides moved up while we were messing with this. What are you doing, Seal? Does he just have inertia? Alright, come on, come on, come on, come on. Slowly. Hey. Hey, oh yeah, oh! I don't know why we got hurt there. But... Let's see. With our paddle. Which is doing, like, 0 damage. It should probably do, like, a little bit of damage. What does a paddle do? What's the damage? Weapon. 0 damage. It should do... It should do 5 damage. It should probably do as much as the, where's the... It should do as much as the barrel stave, which does 10 damage. Let's go to our paddle. Actually, let's... One second, let's Let's drop the paddle for a second. Paddle. Save prefab. Doing 10 damage. Okay. Come on, guys. Die. Cool. We do a little damage. Anyway. It's 3:59. We're about to end stream, but I just want to remind everyone who's tuned in that you can wishlist the game on Steam. It's you can find a link below this video. Although I suppose everybody who's probably watching at this point probably already has. But also, don't forget to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Like the video. You can like that down below. And you can join my Discord, which is also linked below the video, which I suspect most of you already have. But with that, I want to thank you guys all for tuning in. It's great to just come and hang out here and do a little bit of game dev. We finished a quest today, which is more successful than most of these streams usually end up being. But yeah, now we can get a stamina upgrade from Ramón for completing his seashell related quest. But yeah. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys, and I'll see you next week. Bye!